All right. Yeah. So I mean, I can keep fiddling with these doors and stuff, but I think like the major point here is actually. Oh, I lied. I'm gonna change the I'm gonna change the width of these portholes relative to each other because this one's just too close to the edge of the screen. I just don't like how close to the edge of the screen it is. Um, so yeah. Do 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 do. Just gonna slide it down like not too far, just like there. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll change the spacing of these portholes too. I could add in another one because like there is more room on this side of the screen. So like even though I shrunk down the even though I shrunk down the or like I shrunk down the side a little bit. It didn't I didn't they're not exactly the exact same same width. So again, it doesn't even have to be exact or anything. It's just like yeah, I don't know. That's fine. They're still really big. I should probably bring them down a little bit, like reduce them a little bit. I could. Oh yeah, yeah. Did I? Oh, I did. No, I never actually finished fixing the floors too. Because before, yeah, I was. I mean, like when I was drawing them, I was drawing them on walls that were too big. So once I make the floor the right height, I think that'll be one thing that'll help me know exactly what size those things are actually supposed to be. Right, because the floor is actually supposed to come up to like here, which will help because I want to put like props and stuff in here as well. I want to put like I don't want it to just be like completely empty. Do. So yeah, I want to do this on both sides because yeah, like we can see, oops, as we can see here, the floor actually comes up to like here. So yeah, I want to continue this to the edge of the screen. Do. Oh, look at all this chat I'm not paying attention to. Yeah, I worked at Harmonix. I yeah, Rock Band was the rock. I knew about Harmonix before Rock Band, but as like right after Rock Band came out, I was like, I have to work at that company, and so I got a job at Harmonix right after the first Rock Band came out because it was like it's literally one of my favorite games of all time. So uh, I I don't necessarily plan on getting the new one, but because I don't have a console, in order to get the new one, I would have to get a console. I had an Xbox, but I actually gave away my Xbox because I never played it. I just like the idea that there's going to be Rock Band in the world again. I just like that. I just like that maybe someday I will play Rock Band again. Not because I'll have it, but because someone will have it. I'll be in a situation where it exists, and I'll get another opportunity to give it a go. So I am excited about that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, X Dragon X11. So yeah, the game at the bottom of the screen is the game at the bottom of the screen is no, Altarius. One of the things we talked about earlier, which is a little sad, is that this ship doesn't have a mast. I was thinking of making it one of those ships where like there's like rows of people with like oars and stuff, but I also didn't feel like doing that, so it's just gonna be a motor pirate ship, I guess. It's gonna be a motor ship, pirate motorboat, I guess. I don't know. um, I can use my desktop for streaming my stream. That's silly, Cheeseman Panda, for various reasons. I'll go into them in a second, but I'm going to answer the less silly question first, which is, yeah. Oh, okay, Protospasm kind of answered it. Yeah, so Trusty Bard, so X Dragon X, as Protospasm said, Trusty Bard is the storyteller for side quests, so keep an eye out for what Trusty Bard says in chat. Also, you'll hear a sound when it's time for an event. It will it's like kind of like a ringing noise, like kind of like a wah 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 wah. I don't know, like I can't really make it happen. But maybe you might recognize it when you hear it. And then yeah, so a Trusty Bard will fill you in the details of the event and how that's all going down. Sorry, I'm having a my hair is just being terribly poorly behaved today. It's like I'm like, please don't be in my face, and my hair's like, no, in your face, in your face, in your face. That's what my hair is like today. Sorry. Okay, let's continue with the pirate ship. Oh yeah, so Cheeseman Panda. If I streamed from my desktop, you wouldn't be able to see my monitor. Um, so yeah, I could stream my face. You wouldn't be able to see side quest. No, I guess you could still see side quest. You could see side quest on my face and not my monitor. So no, I'm not going to be streaming from my desktop. That's silly. Plus, if I was streaming from my desktop, then when for one thing, my desktop runs slower than my laptop because my desktop is it doesn't have an SSD because it's a little bit older. And what else? What are the other reasons why that's silly? Um, uh, yeah, so it would run slower. So if the power flickered, it would lose power and the stream would get disconnected. And it there's no advantage to streaming from my from my desktop. So there's that. um, uh, so yeah, I don't really see that happening. Thank you for I don't know. Thank you for being you. I appreciate that you are being yourself. Yeah. Um, so I still don't know exactly what effect I'm really going for with this like cutaway of the interior, but I was just redrawing the edge, I guess, because I don't want it to look exactly the same on each side. So yeah, I don't know what is gonna work exactly, but I, as long as it like doesn't look like literally like shattered, splintered wood, which it might. Actually, no. You know what? You know what it is that I don't care. Maybe it'll look like something. Maybe it'll look like something else. I don't care. Oh, if there was a wheel on the boat, it would go here. Like hypothetically, if there's like a, if there's like the boat wheel, the steering wheel, right? I'm pretty sure this is where it would go. Oh, although they're hollow on the inside. I'm pretty sure this is where boat wheels go. Except boat wheels have like the crissy crossy whatever, and they have like the little knobs coming out. So yeah, I might put the boat wheel here. I mean, I'll do a little bit better of a job of rendering it, but you know, roughly something kind of like this. Uh, boat wheel, boat wheel. Is it just called the steering wheel? I don't know. Is it just called the steering wheel? Maybe it's just called the steering wheel. I don't really know. Not being a boatsman myself. Not being a pirate. I steered a boat once. One time I was on a boat and I steered it, which is cool. Uh, what? Oh yeah. So yes, there's a. If you look in the info section of my stream, there's a description of SideQuest, which is the game that we're working on, and the game that we're playing. So, um, uh, yeah, there was a Lego Rock Band. That was a real project that happened once upon a time. I didn't get a chance to work on that one personally. I think that was the only Rock Band game I didn't actually work on. No, there was also I think there were a few like expansion packs that they came out with that I never worked on either. Um, I worked on most of them though. uh, so links don't work in chat, but what they're trying to say is, well, so that's the other thing. Yeah, getpaint.net. Paint.net is the thing that keeps getting deleted in chat. uh, okay. Uh, like 5 people in a row tried to say paint.net and it did not work. Just quick reference or like quick point of business. I don't actually necessarily recommend paint.net for people who are looking for like drawing programs or painting programs or whatever. Actually something just occurred to me about this perspective here is that it's a little bit off. it works. It's entirely satisfactory. If you're looking for like a hardcore like paint, like drawing, whatever solution thing, you actually there are like better options out there probably. I like Paint.net because it's free and it's satisfactory. Like I don't mean to like I'm not actually trying to insult like Paint.net because I think like what they did is they put together a fine product, but they're not trying to compete with like Photoshop or like they're not trying to put together like something for like hardcore artists or professional or like I mean like the type of I don't know. I don't know how to describe it without being like unnecessarily mean spirited about like what they are. Because again, I'm not trying to knock Paint.net. I'm using Paint.net, so clearly I believe in the value of their product, and their product's free. So I mean, clearly worth the price. But I no. But my point is that for some people who are looking for like some serious like art software, like there are probably better options out there. So uh, I sorry, I'm just gonna do what I can to get my hair under control. Hopefully, eventually, it will learn how to behave. But okay. Hey, this event happening in chat right now is hey, congratulations, everyone who leveled up. This is oh yeah, all right. No, it was the end of the event, right? So we already know that the author of the event is legendary neurotoxin. I was just gonna say that is the case. Another legendary neurotoxins quests are another that I'm impressed with the storytelling in them because yeah, like I said, my writing can be a little bit to the point sometimes. It can be a little bit like not stiff, maybe stiff. And I think Protospasm and Legendary Neurotoxin have put together some really good examples of like better like storytelling in the events. So yeah, okay. Yeah. So the thing I just did on this side, I should probably do on the other side as well, because basically like I accidentally like melted the boat a little bit. Like it should, whereas it's supposed to come across like and up like this, it accidentally like let it sag a little bit in a way that was not intended. So all right, this side was easier for this, this side went much more smoothly in fixing for whatever various reasons. That did not take nearly as long. And yeah. Oh wait, yeah. I guess I also don't even have to have it come up so far or high or whatever. Just kind of stop it there. And then actually maybe a little more like that. I guess I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I should start set dressing. So I don't know. I might put the steering wheel on the boat. I'd like to make it a little bigger, but again, I can't really make things much bigger than this. Oh, fire alpaca. Oh, sorry. I thought I did see fire alpaca said in chat. I just didn't know what it meant. So it didn't like sink in. Hold on. All right, fire alpaca. What is fire alpaca? Let's actually look that up. I already have a browser window open. Sorry. Fire alpaca is one word. Oh, it's it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, some of the other recommendations I've got are Krita. I tried Krita once, and it seemed cool. The reason I didn't go with Krita is because it's not magically 100% great. I've never heard of Fire Alpaca before, though. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, I mean, it kind of, yeah, okay. So, like, just glancing at the interface, like, it kind of looks like it might be somewhere in between, like, Paint.net and, like, a Photoshop or, like, another, because it does look like it has, like, a few more tools and options, which is kind of nice. Like, it looks like it has, like, better, like, brush control and stuff like that. So, yeah, that seems like another cool option. Again, like, the thing that I want to reiterate about Paint.net, so as not to sound like I'm criticizing it, is that it's very sufficient. Like, especially like for example, like what I'm working on, Uh, unad- sorry. just 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 catching up on chat. Uh, Sesquipedalian is just a fantastic word. Excellent usage in a sentence. um, uh, yeah, I think like this is probably gonna sound a little bit silly, but part of the reason I use Paint.net at this point is that because I've been using Paint.net, and like I'm very comfortable with the tools, and I'm like the way I've been applying the tools in this project has been very consistent thus far, right? So like hypothetically, if I switched to a different paint program, like I probably would get a slightly different quality of, well, like so the brush strokes, for example. Like one of the things that kind of stood out to me about that other program is that it looked like there was like finer brush control, but like I've been using like the default Paint.net brush for like the entire project so far. So like hypothetically, if I did, actually hold on, that's not quite the right shape. Hypothetically, if I did change like painting programs right now, it would like it would have some like effect on like the quality of the or like not the quality as in like good bad, but like the quality as in like how like what is the aesthetic outcome of the brushstrokes. So I don't know, like yeah, I'm probably gonna stick it out with Paint.net because as I've been saying, it's entirely satisfactory. Like Paint.net, like you can draw with Paint.net and you can get pretty good results a lot of the time. Which I just keep saying it in ways that sound like it's like I'm secretly insulting it. I think I don't know. I just like because like I'm not like I really you can't like look at Paint.net and say like it's the next Photoshop or like you can't look at it and like and pretend that it's like one of these like hardcore things. But oh, I'm going like right to the top edge of the screen. Typically, I try not to do that for various reasons, but I don't know. I don't know a better way to do it. Like if I'm gonna add detail up there, maybe I just shouldn't add detail up there. Yeah, I probably just shouldn't add detail up there. But it's gonna seem so blank, so like flat and blank and empty if I don't do anything. So maybe I should just add like a decorative trim or something. Whatever I'm doing, I should do this on a separate layer because I'm probably going to want to try out a few different things, and uh, some of them will be like mutually exclusive and stuff. So I'm just gonna, oops, wrong tool. I'm just gonna cut this. What? Oh, cut it from this layer and put it here. I should, I guess, clean up around the edges here. Do 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 do. So that's like, I mean, I could do that. I could do that with the. I could put the wheel up there. That is one option. I like the only thing I really have against that option right now is that it would go really close to the top of the screen, and for a few reasons, like I'd been trying to avoid going to the top of the screen, so I don't know. It might be fine though. That might be fine. Hey, welcome back, Spyrek. Do I use a graphics tablet? I do use a graphics tablet. Again, it's basically the Paint.net of graphics tablets. Um, because it's not fancy. It's literally the baseline model. It wasn't literally free, but it was as close to free as you can get for a tablet. Then that's not actually true because it is Wacom. Wacom makes really good tablets. At least every Wacom tablet I've had has been really good. But it's like it was the baseline model, right? No frills, like relatively small screen. But it works great, and I like for the stuff that I work on, I don't really need a big, huge tablet. Like tablet size is basically like quality of life. Like any tablet can accomplish the same thing that any other tablet can accomplish. Well, unless there's like special features like pressure sensitivity. I don't know. So, I mean, I guess hypothetically, some could have different features, but like, cool. uh, um, so the what was I? Yeah, yeah. Like I've used like big graphics tablets, and it's really nice that you can get like such, I don't know, that you just have such a big surface to work on. But like even when I'm working on like a big graphics tablet, I don't always like use like the full space. And I guess like I don't know. I guess there are some things that you could do with a graphics tablet. Like you could use like you could use elbow movements on a bigger graphics tablet. So it's not like they're not literally equivalent, but like I've never run into something that like I wasn't able to accomplish on like the tablets that I've been using, and I've never had like a particularly big tablet. So, all right. So if I want to try the wheel, I could go for it, and of course I'm not done with it. I'll have to try other things, or I'll do other things too to finish it. But I mean, what if I just put like a what if I just put like a railing around the upper edge? Like, what if there was just like I should do another new layer. Uh, oh, I can. Wait, did I fix the door height on this side? No, I haven't fixed the door height. But once I fix the door height on this side, I can also get rid of the door height layer, or not. Not necessarily get rid of it, but I can at least hide it for. Oh, oops. What am I trying to do? Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, wait. Foreground layer. Trying to erase. What? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Wait. Hide the foreground layer. Uh, Wait. Oh, wrong layer. Layer near ground. There we go. All right. Yeah. So. Doop doop. Let's just get rid of all of that. It's just confusing using the same colors on multiple layers because like you erase it from one layer, but you're revealing the same color on the lower layer, so it looks like nothing's actually changing. So right, this is better. So yeah, so right, oops, wrong layer. So I was just trying to erase the door height to like sufficiently fit this door height marker. Not a big deal. Do do do. And there we are. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, I don't know. Not that it really matters. I just don't feel like having that all like visually there all the time. Oh yeah. Also, the door. I was handling it like. I'll do it like that. I think. Because I do. There's basically like. I don't know. In terms of like the darker interior, I picture it as kind of like that. All right, and then yeah. Okay, so right, so so. Oh shoot, am I using slightly different? I think I'm using slightly different colors for these. I must have like color picked a slightly different color one of the time that I color picked this tone because there's like I don't know, it's very faint, but there's like just the slightest difference here, and it's kind of like irking me. Hold on, wait, I'll just get rid of it quickly with the spill can. Just like chip the tolerance up slightly, yeah. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so yeah, what would this look like with just like a little like railing or whatever? Like a little fencing. I don't no, that's too small. I'll make it I mean it'll be short. But it doesn't have to be like so close together. I'm just hoping like something like this might help a little bit. Oops, no clone stamp tool. I don't even know how to use the clone stamp tool correctly, and I probably never will. I always use it incorrectly by accident because I try and hit the button to get the color picker tool, and they're right next to each other, and I always pick the wrong one instead. So yeah, I'm just thinking like if I put like these posts in, like maybe that'll at least make the top look a little less boring. Like so it won't be like cripplingly empty. Uh, why did I put one there? uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. It's basically like something like that. Hmm. Is that the right color? Yeah, I guess so. It's optical illusions are so weird. Like, for some reason, that looks like it looks like this looks way more orange and this looks way more red, but I think they are actually the same color. I think it's just because this was against a blue background and this is against a dark brown background. It's funny how that works. My eyes, they deceive. Oh, I'm not spacing these fence posts well at all. I'm apparently like just like physically incapable of like spacing fence posts in any way. Like again, they don't have to be like perfectly even. Uh, but they shouldn't be like ridiculously, obviously poorly spaced either. Uh, uh, this is gonna be quite a circus, you guys. Quite a show. The greatest show on earth. Oh, sorry. I just got like an eyelash in my eye or something. Or maybe just a regular hair. Alright, so yeah. Let's let's see what we got going on here. Alright, so how does that look actually? It's not bad. That might look okay. And I'll clean it up, so it doesn't look quite as like junky, but that could be okay. Because it adds like a little bit of detail to it. It adds like a little bit of visual, not boringness to it. So I think that's all I really need. Because the more interesting part should be the inside. I'll probably do more in the way of like putting props and other stuff in that space instead. I still need to do the water. I still need to do like the metal finishings on like the interior. I need to clean up the boxes. I need to put more props across the deck. I need to do the foreground layer. Oh, well, I want to add more props on the foreground layer as well. As I guess what I mean by that. Yeah. All right. So, thank you, thank you, Lacran. All right. So yeah. So what do I want to do with this exactly? I guess. Well, I was thinking I would like clean up the posts a little bit. Oh no, you know what I'll do is I won't change the posts. I was gonna like add like a lighter tone to like the posts so that they weren't so dark, but I actually kind of like them like that. What I will do though is hey, oh, congratulations, Seven, who leveled up. Uh, uh, so uh, the oh yeah yeah. I is Marty VM here still here? Cause yeah, that was Marty's circus, which I won't spoil it because we didn't get the specific outcome, but there's one like I don't know. One of the outcomes of that event is one of my favorite outcomes in the game, hands down. Period. I won't say which one, but if you go to the circus sometime, you might get it eventually. Uh, so yeah, what if I just added like a little bit of shading here? Is that? I mean, the other alternative is that I could just make the whole thing like the darker tone. Like I go like what? I could go like zoop, 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 and then just like it's like whoops. Wait, where's oh oh I didn't fill all of them. I was like, why is the why is this fill tool not working? Yeah, but I could I could just make the upper like the whole railing around the edge darker. No, I don't necessarily like that more. Yeah, it's fine how it is actually. Undo, undo, undo. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's a little plain, but it's a little fine as well. Also, okay, so yeah, one thing I'll do here though is I kind of like I was like cutting into I was cutting into the floor a little bit, so I couldn't actually like position the posts correctly. So I will straighten that out, and maybe I'll just straighten out the posts a little bit too, because they're a little lumpy, a little beyond the realm of lumpiness that I prefer for stuff that's supposed to be like more of a rigid or you know well formed sort of structure. All right. So do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep boop. I'm pretty okay at answering questions while I'm working on. Oh, all right. Sorry, that beepy noise is I just remembered I have to I'm taking care of I'm taking care of my roommate's chihuahua, so I have to go feed it. It'll only take a quick second. I'm gonna switch into face cam. I'm gonna turn off the camera just because it makes this weird like fuzzy noise in the background. And I'm gonna kick side quest into away mode. So sorry. So you guys can play side quest. It'll go rapid fire mode for a little while, and I'll be right back. Sorry, just it it shouldn't take long at all. So sorry. Just one second. Be right back. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry for the delay. The chalupa, excuse me, the chihuahua is in very good order, all safe and well. And reactivate the camera. Wait, oops, and reactivate the camera. There we go. All right, and then so let's get back to work, shall we? Okay, so good then, good stuff, good whatever. um, everything go okay with away mode while I was gone? Everything work out okay? Save some. Oh wow, look at that. First you rescue some hostages, then you yourself rescue yourself from hostage. I meant to say captivity. And then you got to chase some ducks around. So, all right, I'm glad everything seemed to go okay. Yes, the Chihuahua's name is Chalupa. I did not name the Chihuahua; it's not my dog. but, but the Chihuahua's name is Chalupa. Yes. One of my favorite parts about this dog, apart from the fact it's adorable, it's just a very cute dog in general. But when I take it in public, sometimes I have to say its name. I have to call it by name, and people find that hilarious. They're not wrong. um, yeah. I completely forget. Like, to me, it's just like the dog's name, right? So, I don't even think about it as much. But then go in public, say the name, and then I'm like, oh right, I know I recognize what I'm saying. um, um, yeah. So, uh, yeah. So these railings, kind of like we were talking about like a while ago when we were drawing the horizon line, is the uh, the they don't have to be perfectly straight because they're not going to be perfectly straight. They're never going to be perfectly straight. But they're not supposed to be lumpy. Like so the extent that they're not straight should come from the fact that they the art style is like a little bit loose. It's a little bit it's not as rigid. It's it's like more hand drawn than exact. So as long as the extent to which the posts look that they vary from something more like linear or straight, like as long as it's within there's a certain tolerance, there's like a certain range, and as long as it's within that range, then I'm happy. So I'm not trying to get it magically, because if I was trying to get it perfectly straight, I would just use the straight line tool. Another thing I could do is I could change the spacing. Yeah, I'm going to change the spacing of the posts just slightly because I started them again too close together. Like the width that I actually ultimately want them to be is wider than how I started it. So I'm going to cheat a few of them. I think this is like from here on, I think I was spacing them correctly. So I'm going to basically eliminate one of the posts. I think. I don't know how this is going to work exactly. I'm going to put one here. Yeah, I'm basically just going to eliminate one of the posts. Yeah, that worked out actually pretty well. Yeah. Alright, and then, so these ones look like they're closer together because they're foreshortened, and then these ones are farther apart hypothetically because of perspective, but I think I'm actually going a little overboard with perspective. I think perspective would not actually even... Oh, wait, I should be using the eraser tool. Not the, oops, yeah. I forgot. I'm not working on, I was thinking this is, oops, well, not there. But I was thinking this was all the same layer, but no, this is, this fence is on a different layer than the top of the boat for now, so. Yeah, actually, what's the right height there? I should bring it down. Down? Yeah. Right, because I think like this width is like the right width for the space between like the upper line of the deck and the line of the post. Like I think if I keep it like at about that width, I think that's. I mean, it's tough because of the variance. Like it's some parts are gonna be a little bit thicker and some parts are gonna be a little bit thinner. But I guess I'll just have to get it as close as I can. Uh, Asado, weren't you the one earlier rallying for a poop deck? Weren't you? I feel like exactly one person. This is not the only time poop decks have come up today in discussion, but I feel like both times they came up in discussion, it was you trying to convince people that we need a poop deck. Um, I don't think I'm gonna add a narwhal to the water necessarily. I was thinking of adding a. I was thinking of adding seagulls flying around the ship, and actually one thing I was thinking of adding to the water was possibly sharks. I don't think I will necessarily though. I was just it was one thing I considered. The thing is we're not going to see much of the water. Like we only really see like a little bit of the water. So the other thing is like because of perspective, like the water that we are seeing is actually supposed to be off in the distance. So like we could put in like a whale or something because like a whale would still be visible even at that distance. But like a lot of other things that we would put in there actually won't even be visible at that distance. Oh wait, was I drawing on the? Yeah, I just. Oh cripes! I drew all that stuff on the wrong layer. Hold on, I'm just gonna switch that to a different layer real quick. Uh, yeah, I drew like a bunch of stuff. Not that much stuff. Hey, that's a new follower noise. Oh, did I get new followers while I was gone? No, it doesn't look like it. But Sunstorm00, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. um, all right, yeah. Oh yeah. So I forgot these were two separate layers. I mean, I could just squish the layers together. I could just squish them together. I won't do it yet, just in case I change my mind later. But no, yeah. So on layer 10, let's get these pieces because these were things I just drew on the wrong layer. All right, so that's a weird shape, but whatever. So cut that. New layer. Paste. Move this down, and then squish it onto the foreground layer. All right. Deselect, and then actually I can tidy this up a little bit because there's a few like flecks and specks and picks and whatnots. Yeah. So, oops, that's too far. Uh, and then, yeah, then the other thing is, back on this layer, this post is not in the right position. Oh, which, yeah, I should also, yeah. Alright, yeah, no, this post should be here instead. Doop-a-doop. Hey. Narwhal sharks. So like sharks with the or what is it? With narwhals, is it their nose or is it like their forehead? I don't know. Somewhere in this range they have the um how about instead of narwhals we just go very literal and do sea unicorns instead. Like just actual sea unicorns. Like not just the unicorns of the sea, which is what I call narwhals, but like actual like there could be a whale in the background and there could be unicorns riding around on the whale, right? How about that? That would work. um Hey Matt Slow, how's it going? Welcome back. Uh 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 Yeah. Oh, it's a tusk. Huh. So yeah, probably like out of the middle of the face then, right? Yeah, I think of them as unicorns, which is why. Oh, is it? It's a forehead horn? I don't know. We might need to ask a scientist on this one because I sure as heck don't know where it goes. Um, um, hmm. uh, we could put in so instead of narwhals or unicorns, we could put in swordfishes, which are I call them the narwhals of the sea because they have sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying things. Uh, okay, this side of the ship I think is okay. So I'm basically gonna do the same thing on the other side of the ship. I think. Um, I Oh, also, yeah, just for consistency, I think I'm gonna oh, I don't know what to do with this post. This post here is like right on the line between where it's dark and light, and so maybe I'll make it both. It'll be a little bit dark, a little bit light, or something. I don't know. Yeah, I was just thinking for the other side of the ship, I could just like kind of like do this, basically the same thing. Basically the same thing on both sides of the ship. Uh, oh, wait a second. Huh. Yeah, the ship is a little lopsided, but that's fine. That's fine. It's a little lopsided, and that's fine. I'm not going to care about that. I'm not going to care about the extent to which it's lopsided. Uh, oh no! Yeah, really unicorns have curves. um, oh man, that is that's top notch. You should tweet that. um, uh, um, I am curious to know what what excuse me what yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I mean, I'm not gonna actually put narwhals in this scene, but just for science reasons, I might have to look up what narwhals actually are, or like what the heck, what the heck with this stuff, delayed frames. Oh gosh, that was a really long one too. Why is the game freaking out right now? Why did we just have like a what the heck was that? Alright, well that's clearly not completely a fluke. But what on wow, look how long that was too. That was so long. What was that, like a minute? Ah, that's so creepy. What? What and why? What and why? I mean, we at least now have two data points, so if there is something about the script that's causing this to happen, like I'm now slightly more inclined to believe that could be the case. Um, whoa. Okay. Well, that's probably not related. This is oh, no, that wouldn't be related. This involves a network call, but it's not itself a network call. Yeah, I was just thinking like no, I was just wondering. No, it was just coincidence that that happened to line up like that. Yeah, what on earth is happening with the script? I mean, I set Python to be a higher processing priority, so maybe it's not my computer just like wigging out. Maybe there is something that's causing that to happen. But what? What on earth? I mean, there doesn't seem to be any commonality between like what's happening immediately prior to those occurrences. So I have no freaking clue. The first couple times that it happened, or like when it happened a few days ago, uh, when it happened a few days ago, the it seemed like there was a correlation between like the start of an event and that sort of thing. But I don't know, man. I just like what I need to be able to do is like just know where in like what is processing during that time. Because I can't for the life of me think of anything that would take a minute to process. Like, oh, I do know one thing I could thread that. Okay, want to see something creepy? I don't know why this happens, but look what happens if I look at my downloads folder. This folder is not empty. Look at what happens when I look at my downloads folder. This is literally just me looking at a folder on my computer. It's not a networked folder. It's not. There's nothing special about it. It's just a folder on my computer. I don't know why this happens, but this happens a lot. So it was just occurring to me like, what on earth could possibly be taking this long? And I wonder if it's the data rights. I wonder if like, oh cripes! I hope it's not the data reads. I hope it's not a data read. Ugh. Because I read a lot of data in this game, and like, well, so the thing that was just occurring to me is that I could put all of my data writes on another thread. That wouldn't be so hard. If I have to put my data reads on another thread, though, that's gonna be painful. It's gonna be super painful. Yuck. What would I even do in that case? No, that'd be excruciating. No, I know what I could do. All right, the reason that would be really difficult is that the reason it would be really difficult to deal with that is that every time a player enters the game, we uh yeah, I mean, so I think there's something wrong with my computer that it would take that long to open a folder. Cause like, oh yeah, the other thing is like, there's not even that much stuff in this folder. Like, there's a few things in this folder, but there's like this many things in the folder. It's not like this. It's not even like that much. Like in terms of like total size. Like there's just really not that much. Oh, this photo. Is this one you're commenting on? This is one that my friend made for me. Yeah, it's pretty great. I assume this is the one that you were referencing. um, yeah. um, no, yeah. So I think there's got to be something. There's got to be something that's just like messed up with like with my computer because there's no reason it should have to take that long. But I mean that's apparently the situation I'm in. So yeah. So the difficult thing about threading data writes that's doable. I was actually thinking of doing that anyways. Threading data reads. The tough part there is that when a player enters the game, Uh, oh, I wonder if that's consistent between the delayed frame situations. If there's like a join message. No. So I don't know what data it'd be reading. I don't think it'd be writing any data. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe it's not even that. Like, maybe it's just so what literally happens right before delayed frame? Wait, does the top evaluates before or after? Top evaluates after. So this came in before the frame started getting delayed. This was the first message within the delayed frame range. So there was no join message. I was thinking if it was a join message, then it very feasibly be a data read. It would be trying to read player data, um, which is not to say that it couldn't be trying to read data. I'm just like I just don't know. Oh, there is a join message here. No, that's probably not related because that's noticeably after the delayed frames. Uh, yeah, it'd just be nice if there was some clue as to like what was happening here. Uh, so this was the um, hmm. um yeah I feel like I should try it. I feel like it couldn't hurt to try threading that stuff. Oh, I still haven't even said what I still haven't even said what the challenge is. Right. So when a player we read player data when a player joins the game. Um, I mean, hypothetically, I could just read literally all of this stuff at the start and not have to read any data while the game runs. And then I could just read, and then all I'll have to do is thread the data writing, and that would be easier. But no, the challenge is that when a player joins, they their data gets read, and so we we can't we don't know what level they are until we read their data. There's a lot of things we don't know about that player until we read their data. So until we read their data, which apparently can have like a 60-second delay, uh, like if this is in fact what is causing it, then we have to for 60 seconds or for who knows how long, we have to just basically hope that uh, we basically just have to act very, I don't know, we just have to proceed in a manner that like we can't show them on screen because we don't know what level they are. We can't we can't do anything. Yeah, so basically, all right. So I basically need the concept of a preloaded a character that we have to do stuff with this character. We have to they have to exist. We have to keep track of what they're doing. Um, but then we have to load in their data, and once their data is loaded, then we can kind of squish what they did since they joined with with the data that we loaded, and then I mean things can happen there. They could level up during that time. They could if because what if they join and gain experience, and then we load in their data and realize that having gained that experience leveled them up. It's weird. It's weird. Uh, I'll uh, I'll do what? I mean, I guess I can do that. I guess that's doable. But there are also a million other places that we read data. No, I guess not really. I guess the other places that we read data are when the script starts, and that's not as hard. Um, so that's doable. Uh, so uh, sorry, I've been kind of zoned out of chat for a little bit. Uh, um, oh yeah, it's funny, Asado. I uh, I was thinking of possibly. I was thinking of what I could do with the movement speed of the background in away mode. I was thinking about that when I was up feeding the dog. Um, I don't think I'm actually going to do that, but hypothetically I could make it so that the backgrounds move at turbo speed. The thing about that is that I if the players move at turbo speed, if I just kick the game into turbo speed, that's actually really doable. That code change would take no time. But the thing is, you wouldn't be able to read any of the player text during that time because the name tags would be moving so fast that you wouldn't actually be able to read them. So I don't intend to do that, but I could, yeah, hypothetically. Uh, so, uh, no, it wouldn't take any math. Literally, um, I have a number. I mean, I guess yeah, it would take technically a little bit of math, but I just tell the game how frequently to render frames. And this is why we get that delayed frame thing where the game speeds up because it knows how many frames should have happened between then and now, and it goes back and it does all the frames that should have happened. So that's why after the pause, it goes into like that turbo mode for a little while. Uh, oh yeah, you don't understand. Oh, Cody Husky, you said you don't understand why it would be reads. I don't understand why it would be reads either. But as we saw earlier, sometimes my computer takes like a gazillion years to just look inside a folder. I don't know why. But those are the circumstances that we have here. Um, uh, did I miss anything else in chat? Congratulations on winning a rock, Protospasm. Congratulations on level 11, Asado. Uh, yes, I remember. I never like permabanned you, Matt Slow, but I do remember both the times that I timed you out. Um, uh, yeah. Uh, so I just don't want to worry about it right now. Like, clearly there's something to address here, and like, I don't know. I so I'm not gonna enter. I'm gonna go back to making the pirate ship. I think. Um, I'm not going to. I'm not. Oh. Uh, everything's fine on my side. Uh, uh, so apparently the stream's down, or like apparently Twitch is down again. All right, so, um, oh really? Okay, Twitch is just getting like super DDoSed, I guess. Uh, all right, so who knows? Maybe no one can hear me right now. Maybe this part of the stream is getting lost to the ages, but what? I guess yeah, I'm gonna continue on the pirate ship, and I'm just trying to think of like, I mean, it'd be really nice. It'd be really helpful if like I guess I kind of want like I want kind of want to put prints like everywhere in my code. Just like put print on every line of code. So that way once the game freezes, like we can find out what was the exact line of code prior to it freezing, or like prior to it halting like that. Um, the thing is, it's really hard to catch. Uh, uh, huh. Wow. Some people just don't like fun. Just some people just have like terrible like black hearts and like just empty hearts or like no hearts at all, I guess. Um, uh, um, uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would DOS Twitch. Like, what is Twitch doing to hurt anyone? Honestly. All right. Well, I'll get back to work on the pirate ship. I really want more information about what the heck is going on with stuff. Uh, uh, right, but I really don't know how to get that information right now. So, uh, hopefully either inspiration will come to me, and if no inspiration comes to me, then I will just I'll probably just do the threading of the reading and writing data, and then who knows, maybe it'll just stop happening. That would be nice. Otherwise, we can worry about it more later. Like it's not, it's awkward, the bug right now, but it doesn't actually. So far, it hasn't actually had like a material effect on the game. So far, it just makes the graphics look silly for a little while. It freezes them for a little while, and then it goes into turbo mode for a little while, and then yeah. The stream is alive. the it's just hiding. Uh, I am not stopping the stream. Uh, y'all, y'all spelled correctly. Y'all reconnect when you can, huh? Uh, no, seriously, like, no, seriously, OBS is still 100% connected. Nothing has interfered with the upload. Apparently, it's just the site. Yeah, alright. So anyways, I'll be really interested to see if this all makes it into the archives, or if or how that works. Uh, but I guess we'll find out later. Doop-a-doop. So, right, pirate ship. I keep saying I'm gonna continue working on the pirate ship, and so far I haven't. I admittedly, like, just because the stream might be down right now. Oh yeah, but chat works as well. So, good point. Apparently, it's not even the entire site. If this is a malicious attack, maybe they knew what servers to target. Okay, so yeah, pirate ship. Okay. As per usual, I'm going to, not usual, but like as I often do, I'm going to copy this layer, the layer with the railing on it. I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to flip it horizontal, so that way I'll just have some semblance of consistency. Oh, whoa. Wait a second. I did all of that chopping on this layer too. Yikes. Alright, so wait, hold on. Undo. Alright, let's get this layer sorted out before we flip around. Alright, so it's basically just that part. Alright, I'm like, how many other parts of this did I accidentally draw on this layer? Sorry, so before I do that, I'm just going to doop. I'm just going to cut this, make a new layer for it next to the foreground layer, paste this, and then squish these together. It wasn't even. Oh, it was just. Okay, no, it wasn't actually even. It wasn't actually even when I was drawing that thing. It was just when I did that spill operation to make that shape the smooth color. So, all right, so right, smooth those together, switch those together. So now that's on the correct layer. All right. So now this layer is basically. Oh, well, there's a few scuffs and snippets that don't really matter, but whatever. I'm gonna erase them regardless. Oh, again, like here. I don't even know what that's about, but whatever. It's gone now. No one has to worry. Alright, so copy this, new layer, paste, layers, flip horizontal. So one of the reasons I stream is because, I'm not kidding about this, I can admit it because no one can actually see me right now. But I stream because having people watching, like knowing the idea that there are people watching, or the fact that this is like getting recorded and archived, it makes me feel more inclined to work. It makes me less of a procrastinator. It makes me actually I don't need to show that there. It makes me I just like literally like if one okay so So as an example, I was working on something that wasn't game dev related briefly, and so for a day I had to not be streaming, and it was so hard. I was like, I should be doing things. Like, I should be getting stuff done. I should be productive. But my brain was like, nope, no one's watching. You can do whatever you want. And I was like, I'll do whatever I want. And I'm like, no, wait, no, I should be productive. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life, was to stay productive while not streaming. And it's funny, just because since the stream is like in this like weird state right now, I'm getting like these tingling like I don't have to be productive. I can go do whatever. I should go watch TV shows and eat junk food and oh man, I shouldn't do any of those things. I should stay productive. I should stay productive. And then I have to keep saying that to myself. I should stay productive. I should stay productive. I should stay productive. Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. Accidentally grabbed the wrong thing there. Okay. So. Yeah. I'll touch up the. I'll touch up this. This railing so that it's not like literally the same thing as the other side. Oh, I haven't done with the portals either, but I do have to do the trim on the portals too. Port. It sounds like I'm saying portals, but I'm trying to say portholes. All right. I can smoosh these layers together. Okay, so for starters, let's extend these to the edge of the screen. It's a good way to start, right? And then, oops, and then we put in the fence posts here because we need more posts on this. I don't think we actually need another post on the bottom. Like it can just kind of like run off screen, and hypothetically there would be a post like just off screen. But up here, we definitely need more, at least one more. Yeah, like that, I think. And then yeah, like I said, I don't want these to be like exact carbon copies of each other, so I'm just gonna wiggle the line art to be a little bit not perfectly samey. So any parts that specifically like look like any parts that I like that didn't quite look great, but I passed off as like being character-y, like being like whoops like there are little like imperfections that I can excuse for being more of like a hand drawn sort of thing. And I mean it like in some ways it does make sense that it does make sense that it makes sense that there's like some consistency in the structure, like the shape and like how these like the layout of the posts and like how they're spaced. And what the heck am I doing? What the heck tool am I using right now? Did I just use the clone stamp tool successfully? Never used the clone stamp tool successfully. No, I probably just like hit some weird button and I don't know what just happened. I really don't. Oh yeah, so this is a perfect example. Whoops. This is a perfect example of like something that like I just kind of like dismissed as like having character, but like that line was like so jank that yeah, it's an excellent candidate for a thing that I would redraw, given the opportunity. Hey, look at that! I just redrew it, given the opportunity. All right, so oh yeah, I guess like it doesn't super matter, but oops, I guess I should actually redraw this fence post to be the other way around, because that's kind of how shading, I guess, works, technically. Not that it matters, but it'd be it'd be this side that was shaded on this side. So the other side. And then I could actually, I guess I could have that come all the way up. I'll just have it come all the way up. And actually it did stick out a little bit. So that was good. Alright, and then actually I could just could have it go across too. No. Nah. That's fine. Okay. So yeah. So again, there are just like some like the lines. Well, how does it look? It might be fine actually at this point. I just want to see like if it like stands out. Like if they look too eerily similar. Not really. So that could be good. Well, I will fix. I did the top row. I will do the bottom row a little bit, but I think that should be fine. Uh, 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 yeah, I am not enthusiastic about. I'll be honest. I'm not enthusiastic about this whole Twitch outage thing. I like I was saying. I've kind of gotten used to streaming at this point. So it's something I kind of enjoy doing, and I prefer to choose when I can and cannot do it. It's less fun when other people try and decide that for me. I'm fairly inclined to find those people and punch those people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a pacifist. I'm not a violent person. Uh, unless you mess with my stream. No. um, so yeah, I don't know. The thing that I have to remind myself, like like when the stream is down, or like when I'm working on things that are not game dev related, and I am therefore like free, like I'm under no obligation to do whatever. I can just like I can do whatever instead. Uh, I the thing I have to remind myself is that like the reason I stream game development is because if I wasn't streaming, I would be making games. I would be doing the same thing. I wouldn't be working on side quest. I'd be working on a different game. Because if I didn't stream, I don't think I'd be working on a stream based game. Uh, uh, but I'd be doing the same thing. So uh, yeah, the reason I like when I first started streaming, like before my very first stream, I actually spent a day just talking to the camera as I worked, as I went about my day doing my like the things that I normally do in a given day. And yeah, that went fine. It was it was part of the learning experience of how to stream. And so then when I did start streaming, I knew what I was doing. I didn't stumble across the starting gate or whatever. And even when I started streaming, I didn't actually tell anyone about it. I started streaming, and I streamed for 3 days. No, maybe it was just 2 days. I don't know. I streamed for some amount of time, uh, just basically by myself, and I was doing the same thing. I was just getting used to the like how streaming works, and I was working on maintaining like a like I mean I call it a dialogue because usually I'm talking to people in chat, but I guess you could call it a monologue when I'm not talking to people in chat. Uh, like a log. I was working on my log. Sorry, that's the dumbest sounding thing I think I've probably ever said. Um, and uh, sorry, sorry. Um, sorry. Okay, okay. Uh, what was I talking about? um, oh, you know what? You know what? Okay, this has been bothering me for a little bit. Uh, the ship, when I said the ship was lopsided earlier, what occurred to me is that this edge that I put in here shouldn't even be here. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm gonna do this one side at a time because it's possible that I want to like it's wrong and I'm gonna fix it, but it's possible that I'm not gonna like the fix and I'm gonna want to go back to it being wrong. So, uh, oh yeah. Okay, before I get completely distracted, the point of my story was if it's weird that I'm if it's weird that despite the fact that the site is down and apparently no one can connect to my stream right now, if it's weird that if this is in the archives and people can see that I'm still talking to the camera and everything. Well, for one thing, it's possible that I'm talking to the archives. So hey, archives, how's it going? No, my other point is that I really there shouldn't be any particular. There's no particular reason that that the stream being down should actually affect what I'm doing per se. I should still be making games, and it's still helpful to practice like what I would be doing in a stream, so that way I when I stream, I'm more comfortable. I have like I'm comfortable speaking to the camera. I'm comfortable thinking on my feet. I have some practice, being productive and talkative at the same time. I think those are things that are helpful as a streamer, and so if all I'm doing is getting better at that, then that's also actually fine. So, all right. So yeah, what I'm doing here with the ship is making it wider. This wasn't meant to be the full width of the ship. This was only meant to be like part of the width of the ship, and so yeah, the whole well, so for one thing, there's a I don't know, like there's a distance between oh, okay, so part of it is what like there, I'm not accurately rendering how far it is between this edge and like this door. Like it looks like there's very little space right here. There's actually supposed to be quite a bit. So maybe I'm just making the door too wide. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should just like shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to accomplish. I would just have, hey, I got a new follower. Does that mean the stream's back up, or just get a blind follower? Well, if you can see me, waist eyes, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Twitch is back up now. That'd be cool. I like Twitch. If Twitch is going to be up or down, personally, I prefer up. So, oh, oops, what am I doing? Layer, near ground layer, copy paste, slide, side to side. Yeah, I think if I narrow the door, maybe that won't actually do anything. Just a narrower. No, I should though. I really should. I should. And I shouldn't do it like that though. I should do it. I should do it by moving the near ground layer. Specifically by moving it like so. Oops, like so. Oops, wrong layer. Near. Oh no, sorry, not near ground. Foreground. Foreground layer. Moving it like. Oops. Like so. Just a subtle difference. But yeah. So some other things is that like technically at this point, like I wouldn't want to have a corner, or I wouldn't want to have like the near side post of this. Like I wouldn't want any of this because whoops, that another example of post being on the wrong side. Yeah, because like this whole floor would also be like kind of like broken, or like it would like, I mean, I don't know if I'm really rendering it right. Like this jagged brokenness, like I don't know if that looks right. But like whatever it is, I would want that on both layers. So to exit the door, oops, whoa, I apparently drew on the wrong, I drew on the adventures layer a little bit. I drew like a little corner of shadow on the wrong layer. Whoops. Alright, so yeah, I don't know, maybe that's fine. We'll see. Again, I'll do this to one side, and if I don't like it, it'll be easier to undo. Alright, so I should get rid of that from the wrong layer, though, because that's going to get confusing to me. Okay. So so I was narrowing the door frame a little bit. What's wrong with Twitch? That's a good question. Uh, uh, yeah. Uh, so, like, am I live right now? Like, I don't know. I assume because no one's responding in chat when I ask stuff like that, that it means no one's that I'm not live right now. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out someday. Time will tell. All right, so foreground. Wait, what is this layer 7? Uh, oh, the layer 7 is the crates. Uh, layer 10 is the rail. And layer 9 is the wheel. The wheel might actually come back, because the other thing is that now that I'm actually like conveying the well, now that I'm cognizant of the fact that like the center, like the adventurers are not walking down the center of the boat, they're walking down one side of the boat. So hypothetically, uh um hypothetically, maybe that's what the adventurers are doing. Maybe they're like walking down one side of the boat and then like walking back on the other side of the boat or something. um I guess I actually have options with how I deal with this. Like, there's no reason that the adventurers have to be, huh? Yeah, if I don't like having the ship broken like this, I could go back to something more akin to the other manner. Although it would be a pretty big change, either way. It wouldn't be that bad. It'd be entirely doable. It'd be, yeah. It's basically just like about different ways to handle this. This way's fine, I think. Oh, if I get this broken away effect, like, in a way that I like it, I could actually put in the mast and use, like, this broken away effect for it, too. I don't want to, but I could, hypothetically. I don't want to. Uh, Alright, so, yeah, no, what I was thinking for this is that, like, it basically have, like, the same broken away effect, um, here, except at, like, a different angle, because, like, this would be like representing like floorboards kind of, and I also don't want to go like too crazy with it, because I think this effect is a little bit noisy, and I don't want it to like overwhelm like the uh, the composition. So yeah, if I can get this to like, I don't know, if I can get this to look okay. uh, Maybe I should use a smaller brush for this. Like, hypothetically, if I could get this to look okay, uh, then that might be that would be nice, because then I could I don't know. I'm not really liking this. Maybe it's just I'm not using the right technique. Maybe I should be focusing more on like, I don't know what. Getting the angle right. I should get the angle right, and then the rest of it will be a lot easier. Maybe I should keep the same angle, basically. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, like, the whole point with like changing the width of the door was to emphasize the foreshortening. So, oops, what am I doing? Uh, so yeah. What if I just tried to emphasize that? I mean, maybe I just shouldn't even be trying to see this effect. Maybe I should just be like doing something completely different. Like, maybe just like a stepped sort of thing. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna stop trying to get this to work because it's not working. I'll just I mean, one of the options I have is to just not do the cutaway, like just actually like render the outside of the ship, and then, like, if we want to show the adventurers inside the ship, we can just show them through the portholes. I don't necessarily want to do that though, so I'd rather have this work. Uh, so maybe maybe I should just bring it up higher. and just have it like very, like you just don't see very much of the upper deck, which would explain why there's fewer stuff going down. It's just if it's just like simplified and like that might be fine. Something like that might be okay. Uh, and then I don't know. I kind of feel like there should be like a division there or something. I don't know. No, I mean like I feel like there might be want to be something else there, but I don't. I also don't think I like nothing. I don't. I can't. I don't know anything that would go there necessarily. So, um, all right. Sorry, I'm just gonna. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for 1 second. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Um, you know what's funny that never really occurred to me, but would probably make perfect sense? What if instead of threading the reads and the writes, what if I just threaded the graphics? I feel like that might actually be easier. um, well, it would involve like a whole ton of like. There's a lot of data that gets that would I'd be passing back and forth between. There'd be a lot of data passed between those threads. More data, in fact, than the data writing threads, if the data writing threads existed. I don't know. Something to think about, though. All right. I've been kind of dragging my feet with this pirate ship, or I've just like I don't know. I've been like I spent a lot of time thinking, uh, which is fine. Arguably, I should have just spent more time like busting it out. Uh, all right. So, which of these do I prefer? I think I do prefer this approach, the new one. Yeah. So, uh, deep doop. Let's let's basically do the same thing over here. So yeah, one of the things I did was to get rid of the rail uh, on this side, and I raised the roof. Sorry, sorry. So on the foreground layer, I basically got rid of all of this, and then brought this up a little bit. Oops, not that far. Not in that direction. Kind of like this, I think. Maybe not even that high. It might be a little high. More like, yeah, I think about that high. Yeah, that's probably fine. So let's continue erasing. And then the other thing was this, the broken effect coming down in this direction. Doop-a-doop. So, it's easy enough to do at this angle, but for some reason I just can't do it at the other angle. Doop-a-doop. I say it's easy, and then I'm probably gonna have a heck of a time actually trying to trying to conclude the effect. But no, this is I mean, this is basically it. Do. Oh yeah, some of this looked untidy, but I think actually part of it is it looks untidy because of the layer underneath it. Did I get that at the same angle, or did I? I think I angled it. Oh! I didn't narrow the door yet. So I did it at an angle that looked okay relative to this door, but it's because I haven't shrunk the door. It's not actually the right angle. So I should first go in and slide this down, because I think I shrunk it down more to like that width. Maybe not quite so narrow. Quite close to that. Yeah. Uh, sorry, I was just chuckling at chat because one of the exchange, just some of the exchange that was going on there. All right, so whoops, no, not clone stamp tool. No, not clone stamp tool. Go away. Go away. All right, let's try that one more time. Yeah, it's supposed to be a slightly sharper angle. It's like more like this, I think. Doop doop. Doop doop doop. Just not so regular either, though. I don't know what this effect is actually supposed to be. It's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's like, it's supposed to be reminiscent of like the wood slabs that actually make up like the walls, I guess. But not like, it's not supposed to just literally be that, though, I guess. That's my interpretation of what this is supposed to be. Or how this effect is supposed to work. And I'm the one making it, so I can interpret it however I want. Huh, it still feels a little up. I think maybe because of the resolution of some of these, like, it's not like it angles up, but it's like, it doesn't angle down. Yeah, I think like some of the lines were like a little too ascendant. Or like just not sufficiently descendant. Or something that makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I know vaguely what I'm saying. I know very little about what I'm actually saying right now. Alright. Doop doop. Oops, wrong tool. Alright. Oh yeah, I don't think that was helping either. I think the fact that this was like the wrong color, I think that was not helping, certainly. Alright, is this might be fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm really tempted though to just like, so tempted that I'm probably just gonna do it. I'm not going to literally just like copy and use the same one on both sides, but as is often the case, I think it'll just be helpful to work from the foundation of this one. Oh, whoops, why is that? I apparently copied the wrong layer. Alright, undo, redo, redo, copy from foreground, put on layer 11, layer, flip horizontal. Alright, yeah. Oh. Alright, no, maybe this one's not so special. This is probably fine. Alright, never mind. Okay, good then. Well, that's what we accomplished. We discovered that it's actually fine how it is. Alright. So, yeah, with the adventure layer, we'd have our adventurers like strolling on in as such. Doop doop. I am adventurer. I walk through door. I walk through door because I am adventurer. That seems fine. Alright, so now it's props. This is like a good foundation. So props include some stuff to cover to fill the deck of the boat, like cannons and ropes and various paraphernalia. Some stuff to go in the foreground in the boat, so that even though it's not going to parallax, there'll at least be something for the players to like walk behind. They won't just be walking in front of everything. And then something for the insides of the boat too. Uh, and then possibly the wheel on the boat wheel, the steering wheel, whatever it's called. Uh, nah, probably not. uh, yeah, I should make sure to put in, just because this is like a bit of an abstract environment. I should be sure to, and because we're not putting the mast in. I could just put the mast in. I could make the whole graphics of the game a lot taller, and it would point up. Like it wouldn't just be side quest along the bottom of the screen anymore. It'd be like what? It'd be like how it would come up like, I don't know. The mast of the boat would come up like this, like this high on screen. So whatever I was working on that day would just be partly covered up by a lot of the graphics. um, I yeah. Sorry, it was just occurring to me like there's still a lot of players in SideQuest right now, so and that's fun. Apparently, even though Twitch is down, a lot of people have decided to just hang out. Cool. Um, so I'm just gonna I I don't know. I think because I don't feel like I'm under the gun, I don't feel like people are watching. I'm gonna just check Twitter real quick. Uh, yeah, because I was just curious to see what Twitch was saying. Our engineers are continuing to work on video delivery. Yeah, and hope to have it fixed as soon as possible. So it's just video delivery. Uh, so, yep. Yes, sir. All right. All right. I'll stop getting distracted by that because I have plenty to do on the boat. Oh yeah. So yeah, set dressing also includes the waves and if I'm gonna make seagulls. I should make seagulls. If I made seagulls, they'd be in the mid near ground, so they'd be on the far side of the boat, which is fine. Uh, yeah. Okay. So excuse me. If I set some of the seagulls like lower to the water, then they could actually like fly past the portholes too. I should probably figure out the water though, because like the set dressing stuff like that, I'm not like worried about that. Like with the set dressing stuff, it's basically just a matter of rendering it. But with the water, it's actually like I don't know how I'm gonna do that actually. Like I want to make sure I get that looking good. So I'm actually gonna switch over to, I think this was like the best reference I had in terms of like water texture. Uh, so it's basically just like, so these are like the darker tones, and then it gets lighter around the waves. Um, so it'd be like oops, wait, what? Oh, okay. It'd be like oh, I'm not on the right layer. Mid ground, yes. Be like a lot lighter. Be like desaturated and brighter. Very desaturated. Not completely desaturated, but like, yeah. Well, this is like, so these are like the very peaks, but I guess uh, for the intermediary, uh, shoot, I saw people chatting, and I was like, oh, is it back? Is it back? No, it's just people playing side quest while it's still down. I'm just trying to get a good like intermediary tone. I should zoom in. That'd make it easier. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Something like this might be okay. Uh, so yeah, what is the pattern though? Or like, what does this actually look like? Uh, So yeah, this is supposed to. Maybe I should be using a smaller brush for this. Because I feel like these textures are. Yeah, I should be using a smaller brush because these are gonna get actually pretty fine. This might be a little bit like the snow, the snowy forest, in that like there's gonna be like some fine details in the background. I feel like, because like well, all right, hold on. I don't like anything that's happening here. So let's back it up. So I'm definitely not on the right path. I mean, I'm definitely not doing the right thing yet. Although, all right. Actually, well, no, I'll keep the adventure for perspective, for starters. But yeah, I feel like like waves kind of like break into like zones, and so yeah. So one interesting thing is that there'll actually be like multiple like there's not just like, well, I could do like the cartoony thing where like, there's basically just like this layer of waves and then there's the layer of waves behind it and like that's basically it. But no, I don't feel like that's like necessarily the right thing to do. I feel like I should do like I don't know, like well, yeah, I really don't know. So I guess that's part of the problem. But I don't know, if I do something like do something like that, then we can have like the tips of the waves, like I don't know. I really don't, but it's not gonna stop me from trying. Um, so how does that look? Doesn't look the worst. It's a little too bright. I don't think I should go quite that light with the light tone. I should I can have it. I can have like 3 tones, but I should be a little less bright, just because it's supposed to be in the background and it's supposed to not be outrageously, outstandingly, completely contrasty, eye-catching. That's probably better. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So yeah. So maybe I'll just do these little like tripod-y things. I'll just like. I mean, I guess that's not really innovative. I'm basically just like making little little pyramids in the water. Do do do. That's basically what waves look like, right? Those waves. I'm kind of thinking of it as like a little mountain range because they're not supposed to be like tall waves or anything. They're just supposed to be like, you know, like just like just the surface of the ocean is just not supposed to be perfectly level. I'm going to, yeah. So while I work on this, I'm going to hide the adventures and I'm going to make the boat less less opaque. It's going to be mostly transparent. I'll keep it partly transparent or partly visible so that I know, because I don't have to go below the boat line. The lowest, oh, this is actually the lowest line, which I could bring up, but actually, yeah, so maybe I should do that instead. Alright, so actually let's bring back the boat to visibility. And let's figure out what the lowest line is. I'm pretty sure it's one of these porthole windows is the lowest line. This one, probably. So we don't have to worry about covering up, or we don't have to worry about rendering the ocean underneath this line, because this is the lowest that we ever see. Yeah, this is the lowest that the layer above it ever actually reveals. So we only have to render the ocean above this line. Sorry, itchy ear, I guess. Oops. That was not my finest moment. Alright, so I'm going to add in a new layer. I'm going to paint it like just orange or something. It's just an obnoxious orange color. And I'm going to hide the other layers. Uh, and I'm going to make this layer much less opaque. So that way, yeah, I can make these waves. I don't have to make them any lower than this. I might want to do the touches on on another layer, like the little peaks, because oops, that was not what I meant to do. I might make the peaks on another layer just because I want to like shade them or like shape them separately. I might actually want to do all of these on separate layers. I won't bother though. I can do the oh, whoops, I'm on that other layer. I was just drawing on the new layer that I made. So this will be the layer for peaks. Wow, how recently have I saved this? I should save it just in case. There are crashes in Paint.net, and if I found one and lost a ton of work, I'd be really sad. So, alright, let's, is there anything I should be doing? Like, I'm usually streaming during the day, but if I have an opportunity where it's during the day and I shouldn't be streaming, like, should I be, like, doing life stuff? Should I be, like, taking care of myself as a person? Like, is there, like, probably not. I'm basically, like, an adult child. I don't have, like, any responsibility in life other than, other than, other than my work. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking like maybe I should use my time differently. So maybe I don't know, if I think of something to do, maybe I won't stay on forever. Maybe I'll go tend to life, the universe, and everything. I guess it's not hugely important, but I should make the waves nearer to the boat, like bigger than the waves that are further from the boat. So actually, yeah, the ones that are near to the boat, actually, they should be pretty big. And then like the ones out here, like they should be smaller like that. So, yeah, I don't know. So kind of like the mountain range, like I'll probably like fill it in from like front to back because the bigger waves will kind of be occluding the smaller ones a little bit, kind of pretty much. They don't have to be like. Actually, I guess it doesn't actually make sense to have waves overlapping like that, but whatever. I don't care. It makes enough sense. Whatever. Okay. Wow, it's when I have to do like patterns like this that it really becomes clear how long these stretches are. I should probably, yeah, before I go crazy all the way across the screen, I should probably finish like a patch of it so that I can get, so I can pin down like what works, what doesn't work. Whoops. So let's take this patch for example and put the peaks on. Oh shoot, I deleted all traces of my peak color, so whatever, I'll just put it back together again. I think it was like something like the 70 somethings and like the 20 somethings, I think. This is probably fine, honestly. Yeah, so I was just thinking, yeah, for the peaks, like, yeah, it'd be helpful to be able to just like erase the edges to get them to taper a little bit without having to worry about like messing up the rest of the screen, which is why I wanted to do it on a different layer. Alright, so like, I don't know, something like this could be okay. How does that look? How does that look with the boat and stuff? I can hide layer 11. So adventures, I think that looks okay. I don't need the door heights. I think that looks pretty okay. I think it's satisfactory for our purposes. Um, yeah, so cool. So yeah, we just have to send that along, and then we'll do something similar for the. You know what? For the background layer, we'll probably do something a lot simpler. Uh, yeah, I have a few ideas of what we can do for the back layer. That'll be even simpler. Okay, but it's basically just that texture, textured, oceany texture. Yay, yay, texture. Oh, so one thing that's going to be a little awkward is hmm, maybe I should yeah, it might look like the waves are moving a little slow because usually like the background doesn't actually seem like it's moving very much. It's just that the adventurers are moving fairly fast. That it that gives the sense of like of speed. Which I mean, again, it's not even a very fast speed. It's just like any speed at all comes from that. So if the ship is motionless and the waves are only moving at that very slow speed, like that might be really unimpressive. Like I might want to oh, yeah, you know what I could do? This wave layer that I'm making, I could make it instead of having the wave layer as the mid ground, I could have it as a special mid near ground layer. And then I could put the seagulls on the mid ground layer, I guess hypothetically if I wanted to. And then the advantage of having the waves as the mid near ground layer instead is that I could then choose how fast they move because that's one of the perks of that special environment type. Like the river, for example, is uses like I set the speed of the river to flow in the opposite direction of the rest of the environment, so it looks like you're actually walking like downstream. Um, so yeah, that's one thing to consider. The thing about that though is that it wouldn't change the speed of the background. So for the background, um, yeah, it'd just be I guess it could be a challenge to try and get the background to get the fast scrolling waves to look natural against the slowly shifting background layer. Although the background layer, like, because it represents all the way to the horizon, like, I wasn't planning on, like, it was supposed to be very fine detail. Like, it was always supposed to be very fine detail. So, I don't know, that might work. It's at least something that I have that option. Like, I can try that if it looks weird how slow the waves are moving otherwise. Which I think it might. I think it's entirely likely or possible or likely that it will look weird. I mean, it's also the sort of thing I can change too, right? Like I can actually like if I felt like